what's happening? What's happening? I am trusting that you're doing well and welcome to Step Up. And on this channel here, we talk about anything and everything around business, particularly with the backbone of real estate. Yeah, I say that right. Now, in today's video, I'm going to talk about why you actually need to invest in businesses. Why you need to invest in businesses, right? So there's so many businesses out there, and the art of investing in businesses has been around for a long time. We see that the stock exchanges that are there worldwide. Almost each country has its own stock exchange. And over and above that, there is people that will open up their businesses to say, hey, come and buy equity in my business and we can make some money. So the question I want to ask of you, or should I say the topic that we want to address, is why you should invest in businesses. As a person who you are, potentially you're employed, or potentially you have your own business, but how best now can you invest in other businesses? And why you are doing that. My name is TJ. It's great having you around. And like I did mention, we talk about money and business on this channel. The goal is that you can be able to step up your game wherever you are to your next A game. And by the way, the A game that you had last year is not the A game that you're inspiring to be. So when you get to the next A game, well, you now need to aspire into the next A game. Does that make sense? If it does, let me know in the comments. Why am I passionate about this? It's because I come from a background where money and businesses are not discussed. Right? I come from a family like that. People don't know about these things. And this is the only passion why it keeps me going. Because when I was getting stuck with my missus and I was trying to find out how best can we navigate this, we found ourselves looking for information. And that's why I give you this information. So if it is helpful, hit the like button and hopefully you can also subscribe. Welcome to the channel. Why should you invest in businesses? Well, the obvious reasons is money. We all want more money. Right? We all want more money. That's it. That is the main reason why we want to invest in businesses, in other businesses. But there's other benefits as well, or other reasons other than the money itself. The whole idea of creating equity. So what is equity? Equity is basically when you've got a business, right? And you invest or you buy a share in that business. So now all of a sudden, there was 100% that was owned by John. Let's just call the next person John, the owner of that business. And now you go in and buy, let's say, a 1% into that business. Now that 1% is what we're going to call equity for today. And I'm going to say that that's what you have bought. So if that business is worth 100 million or just $1 million, it just basically means you've just bought the 1% of that value. And it means that in return, you are now wealthy of that 1% on that price. Does it make sense? Let me bring it down to 101. Let's assume you are buying into a business that is 10,000, right? No, maybe 10,000 is even complicated. Maybe let's bring it to 10. You are investing in a business that is worth 10, right? You are investing in a business that is worth 100. With that 100, you are just buying 1%. So it actually makes sense that you are now buying one. That's the equity that you're buying. It makes sense, right? So now having said that, if you've got shares in a business, any form of business, right? Whether you're buying it via stock exchanges or things like that, the moment that you've bought shares, it now needs to reflect on your balance sheet. Some of us, we don't know what that is. Normally, when you go out and you're buying a house, they normally ask you, what do you own? You need to have a balance sheet. They might even ask of you of an income statement, but hold on. Many people don't have that. So they've got a budget. So now income statements, the balance sheet, these are the two things that are the two reports to indicate that you are wealthy. It's not the degree, it is not the masters, it is not the certificates that you hang onto the walls, but these are the two reports that the bank is going to ask for them to see how wealthy you are. Now, having said that, the number one reason why you then want to buy or invest in businesses is that obviously you are going to have ownership in something that is out there. So it's another business. So you are now having ownership of that. So that's the first thing. Now, when you have this ownership, it also basically means that it has a positive impact or maybe a negative impact, hopefully not a negative one, but it has an impact on your balance sheet. So which means that you are growing your wealth, which is my point number two, is that you can buy or you can invest in other businesses so that you can improve your balance sheet. Why do I say that? If you are to buy today into another business and that business is worth 1 million today and you buy into it today, but tomorrow when that business now is worth, let's say, 20 million, it basically means that you have improved your balance sheet because the price and the value of that business has grown. So it has a positive impact as well on your balance sheet. But hold on, you didn't do anything. Someone else was doing something for you in that business. So what's now important is actually to figure out which businesses you need to be investing that are going to obviously improve your balance sheet. The other reason why I enjoy doing that is that I get to have other people work for me. So if I buy into a business or I invest into another business, I am not the person who is working in that business. I've just invested in that business. So I'm talking about buying shares into another business. Now, out of that, those people now can do the work for me and I don't have to do it. Potentially, I'm not even skilled to do it, so other people start to work for me. If you have ever wondered how best you can have highly qualified people work for you, this is it. This is one of the reasons or one of the ways. Well, the other reason is that you can also start to have your money start to work hard for you. Yep, you can have your money work hard for you. So if your money was sitting today, let's just assume you got a million that is sitting at the bank today. The bank is potentially going to give you, let's say, 5 to 10% on that money. However, if you're to put the same amount of money into a business and that business literally spikes to a multiple of, let's say, 3 or 5 or 6, it basically means that your money has grown. A multiple of 3 or 5 or 6. So why then would you put your money at the bank where you're only going to get a simple interest of 5 to 10%? But maybe you do not know that you can do that. Or maybe you do not know which businesses to invest in. Then the question that we should be asking ourselves is, are you doing the homework enough? Are you out there to understand and to see the opportunities? Are you hanging out with the rightful people that can give you or that can identify opportunities? That is where the problem could be. Maybe you don't have a million. Maybe you got 20 grand. Maybe you have 1,000. It doesn't matter how much you have. Technology, opportunities have become more obvious now than before. So you can jump into all of this. You need to start looking. Yep. If you know of any opportunities where actually people can jump into, right, with as little as 1,000 or maybe not even 1,000, whatever amount of money, then in the comments, let us know which ones are those, because some people are really stuck. I'm just telling you what I do. I look at all of these opportunities and I said, I can buy a 5% there, I can buy a 2% there. And if it works for me because I'm understanding it, by the way, don't ever invest in things that you don't know. Yep. So if you don't understand it, don't invest. Don't put your money there. At least you should have some form of an understanding. The other thing that I then want to speak to is that you can leverage off skills, knowledge, time of other people when you invest in other businesses, because you get to invest in those businesses and those people are skilled to do what you are not able to do, or what you will never think of doing. So for that reason, you leverage off that. They are the experts. They know how to do it. You don't need to worry about it. You get the money to work for you. I like that. I want to stress the fact that when it comes to investment, I only invest in stuff that I understand. Oh, it's property. Okay. You buy it, you get a tenant. Okay. The tenant pays you. Oh, invest in petroleum. Oh, you get petrol from the wholesalers, comes to the garage. From the garage, they make the money because they sell it to the retail. Oh, that's how you make money. Okay, good. I have a high awareness and understanding of how that business works. So I'm going to put my money there. But if you're going to talk about some things that I don't understand, and it's gibberish. Yep, gibberish. And it now sounds like if I'm talking to you, it is all foreign. You're talking Chinese or whatever the language is, and I can't understand it. And then I put money there. There's a problem there. Don't do that. I wouldn't do it. I don't do that. So ladies and gentlemen, I am extremely privileged of us having this conversation and for you to listen to what I do and how I do it when it comes to investing and why I buy or I invest in other businesses. These are my reasons, but there's plenty more reasons that we can dive into. What are the reasons why you would invest in another business? You could be an individual, you could be a business owner. In the comment below, let me know. Thanks for watching. And by the way, like it is all the time, if this information has been helpful to you, share it with the other people. Give me some comments, your views on the below.